Hello everyone and welcome back. A little bit came in a little strange on that one. Welcome back to another episode of VyQuil, the chill and cozy series where I try to give some chill and cozy commentary over some chill and cozy gameplay. I had to do a nighttime episode today, which is probably better for the vibe anyway. Hello everyone, this is Tom Nook. It's 10:16 p.m. this happy Saturday, December 6th, 2025. Now for today's news. Windfall gained a new neighbor today, Prince. I'm sure he'll be very busy unpacking today, so consider checking in on him. That's all from me. I do hope you all enjoy another fine day of luxurious Windfall living. I hope our new neighbor is awake right now, because I won't have time to meet Prince tomorrow morning. I unfortunately gotta wake up early for work tomorrow. It's one of those days. You know how it is. Bit of a hectic day at work today, and things get crazy. But we're here. We're queer. At least I think we are. And we're playing Animal Crossing. The last time we played, I couldn't get all of the clay that we needed for the last piece of someone's house. We got a centipede here. Hope it doesn't disappear. We got it. We're making some good money today, baby. Yeah, I think we needed like 5 more pieces of clay for one of the DIY recipes. And then I believe that the last house would be finished then. Got 2. Got a little scared. I thought that dragonfly was gonna be a tarantula. Only need 1 more clay. Yeah. There we go. Was it a pitcher? So we made the pot. So the only thing they should need was the pitcher. 7 out of 4. It feels too good to be true. I'm gonna go double check. Tarantula. I missed. I got beat up by a tarantulas. To all construction helpers, please submit items for this building. Exterior items? Oh, water pump. You need a water pump. That's what it was. Okay, it was 6 clay. All done for now. Let's go submit that. Too far. Should be good. I really like this house setup. This is so cozy. Let's go meet Prince. Hello. Prince, makes me happy that you came to visit so soon after I moved in. Man, we gotta hang out sometime. I've got so many snacks to share with you, Vi. Well, aren't you just a frog with a beard? How splendid. Man, I gotta put stuff somewhere. A different somewhere than it is now, I mean. Oh, did you hear me? Can't decide where to put all my furniture. I feel that. I feel that. We have a new neighbor, Prince. We're gonna have to... I'm gonna double check because I feel like this one was finished, but all items have been submitted. Okay, let me double check this one. This means all the home and furnishing prep work is done. Let's go. Let's freaking go. We did it. We did it. Talk to your neighbors. Hit rocks. Jump scare. If I have a minute, check it out. Somewhere around jumping jack 8650, I get the sense of total clarity and purpose, and I had an idea. You met Prince, right? The one that just moved here? Well, if we get enough hyper athletes like that to move here, we could start our own badminton team. You know, or just have a bunch of cool workout buddies to hang out with. Either way, hoo hoo ha. So my idea was to stick decorations around, and we can attract some first round neighboring talent. I pitched this to Agnes, and we both agreed. It should be you who throws out the inaugural first decoration. Your stone tablet. So, your call. Game on. Stone tablet? That sounds like something that would go in the garden. Oh yeah, that's perfect for here. You seem hyped as always. Guess what? I finally own something that even I have trouble lifting. Yep, I have a house now. It's got walls, a floor, even a ceiling. I can finally do jumping jacks without ripping a hole in my home. Hell yeah. That's great, Louie. And Agnes is awake. I guess it would be pretty messed up if they gave me the talk to your neighbors mission if I wasn't able to do that. What's up, Vi? I haven't spoken in a while. Glad you stopped by. I miss talking to you, Snuffle. You're such an awesome listener. Got a groove going now. This is starting to rock. What you doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Check it out. I'm making a wooden block table. This DIY stuff takes some major elbow grease, so I like to go all in on it. It's so worth the effort, though. Already crammed your brain with wooden block table making know-how? More or less, yeah. Alright, I should have known. You're always on top of stuff. Oh, I already wrote up a recipe for a wooden block table. Here, take it anyway. Give it to a friend or something. Wouldn't it rock if we all made a wooden block table, DIY style? Yes, it would. You know what? You might just be right about that, Agnes. You might just be right about everything. Let's go talk to Mr. Tom Nook. Vi, hello. How have things been going since we last spoke? Are you close to finishing the plots and furniture? All done. Goodness, really? Thank you so much for all your hard work. Now to hurry with the rest of the construction and welcome any of the residents who have homes. That's that, my friend. You have finished everything I asked of you. Let me give you a token of my appreciation as promised. This is for you. It's some fencing. You can surround your home to create a yard or surround some flowers to make a garden. Fencing should make it easier for you to create yards or parks or other outdoor areas. I'm positive this will lead to some interesting new landscaping scenes here on Windfall. I'm thinking 50 pieces of simple wooden fencing should give you an excellent start. In the future, I'll offer DIY fencing recipes you can get by redeeming Nook Miles. The selection will change daily and will offer a variety of designs. Check the Nook stock sometime. I couldn't have done this without you, Vi, that's for certain. I'm an unhindered wallflower. I'm a risen phoenix. We can get the hair colors. Your order has been printed. Oh, okay. I see. This totally makes sense. I learned how to make some new hair colors. I bet I could change up my look with a vanity or a mirror. Let's go to a vanity. Or a mirror. Oh, aren't we adorable? I got so many hair colors now. I'm the Joker, baby. Hope that didn't pick up on camera. I mean, microphone. Someone just let off a very loud firework. Sleigh. Hit the sleigh button. In this light, it actually looks like perfect. It's the color I was going for. You see him typed as always. That bridge opens up so many more workouts so far than jumping the river to train agility. With a bridge, I can do endurance sprints too. Heck yes. Oh, that's right. They're closed, aren't they? Close at 10 p.m. I just missed it. You know what? It actually doesn't feel right selling the DIY recipe that Agnes gave me, even though I don't know what else to do with it, to be honest. I think I should just hold on to it forever and never get rid of it. Blathers is wide awake. What a rare sight this is. Good evening, Vi. Welcome to the Windfall Museum. How may I be of service? I have some fossils to be assessed. More than one I see. Let's take a closer look, shall we? I found something that is not yet part of our esteemed collection. It is magnificent indeed. You have a talent for finding the finest of fossils. Now, I do hope you'll consider donating what you found. The cultural development of Windfall is a worthy endeavor indeed. In the meantime, I shall return these to you, but think on what I've said. The museum awaits. Might I help you with anything else? I'd like to make a donation. The iguanodon torso. Could it be? It is an iguanodon torso. Never thought I'd lay eyes upon such a well-preserved iguanodon torso. I'd like a short presentation. A graceful ballerina of the Cretaceous, the iguanodon. When I say it was graceful, I mean by the rather low bar set by other large herbivores. Apparently, it would nimbly dodge the attacks of predators and fight back with its thumb claws. It could even walk on two legs when it wanted to, or truly it was the most elegant and lithe of dinosaurs. That is what I have to say about that. I'd like to donate another thing. The right megalocide. And I'd like a short presentation, please. The Megaloceros was a relative of the deer that lived during the Ice Age, long after the dinosaurs. It is also known as the Megaloceros giganteus, which just means deer with large horns. True to their name, they were a deer with antlers spanning roughly 10 feet across. Imagine the majesty. While smaller than many dinosaurs, they were nonetheless a very charismatic example of megafauna. That is what I have to say about that. Yeah, I have one more. I don't think you're gonna like it because it's a centipede. Eek, a centipede. What a wretched thing. You don't have to tell me about the centipede. I, I'm sure that insects hold a lot of wonderful, um, scientific, interesting facts, but I think my life is better lived, not knowing any of that, so I'm good. I got a message in a bottle. When I first saw the ocean, I thought, wow, that's big. But then I thought of this recipe. As they say, sharing is caring, so here you go. I trust you can take it from here. Sincerely, Hans. A wooden knot wall. You tricked me. I caught a hermit crab. Caught a sea bass. I want to know if we can make another bridge. Just like whenever we want. So I'd like to start investing in our island's infrastructure, I suppose, is how I'll phrase that. I caught a sea bass again, because I'm really good at it. Any more fishies around here? Oh, maybe not. I don't think I'll have the space for them. What, buddy? Live your life. Yeah. Caught a wharf roach. Another stop in here for Blathers. And donate our wharf roach. I actually would like to learn about this one. A wharf roach is an omnivore, which is merely a polite way of saying it will eat almost anything. The skittering scavenger and its uncouth appetite help keep beaches clean, it said. But I dare say their long antennae and bulging eyes turn my stomach. Unappetizing indeed. Anywho, my sincerest thanks for your donation. Though bugs are the bane of my existence, rest assured the wretched thing will get the best of care here. Thank you, Blathers. Made some bells. Made some houses. Right, and clean up the top part of the island a little bit. Oh, actually, first, I want to see if we can make another bridge kit. 'Cause I don't know if that was in here. Maybe not. I'm just double checking to make sure I didn't go past it. Yeah, no. Okay. Let's clean up some weeds. Let's clean up some weeds, and I guess now's probably a good time to talk about life. Not really, though. There isn't much to talk about. Metroid Prime 4 came out, I think 2 days ago now, as of this recording, and I really want to play it, but something that I think I've always had I don't know if it's a problem, but I like to play games in a series in order, and unfortunately that's been holding me back from playing Kirby and the Forgotten Land and now Metroid Prime 4, both of which I own, and they're just sitting waiting to be played. I've been thinking about doing a stream of the Metroid series and streams of the Kirby series. But I feel like they wouldn't be that entertaining, to be honest. Maybe they could be. I just feel like Kirby wouldn't provide what I'm looking for in a game. Which is sad to say, because I won't lie. I think the entire series is really cute, but every time I try to play one, it feels too. I think it's the lack of a straightforward narrative. I think I'm very much like I'm very much a story gamer for the most part. Um, and I know that the Metroid series has like a story, and the games have a story, but it's it's those early entries in the series that you're just kind of going somewhere to do something, and I just want a little motivation. I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm not angering any people with talking about games this way. Like, if you wanted a story, then just watch a movie, and that's fair, I guess. But I think video games that tell stories are inherently more interesting than movies. Unfortunately, they don't often land that plane. I should also start reading books. But I didn't, I also definitely did not realize that Metroid Zero Mission was a remake of Metroid 1. And it feels like that has. I started playing a little bit of it off stream, like literally 20 minutes of it max. And, Samus is like talking. And I'm like, okay, I might have to play this. And, I also feel like I have to preface that this is not like. This is not normally how I judge my games being played. I think it's just like a weird phase that I'm entering where I'm finding it harder and harder for myself to um excuse or um allow myself to just play a game or get into something, trying something new. It has to be worth an investment. It can't just be something that I enjoy doing. Which is why I think Animal Crossing is an interesting one, because even though the day-to-day gameplay itself may not be fun, it's an investment. And I think that in the end, it's something that's cool and cute. And I think it might be worth doing after all. But what if I play through the whole Kirby series and I just end up like frustrated and disappointed? Like, yeah, that happened. That was a game that I beat. I don't know if it's me trying to find a challenge. Like, I could see myself being relieved and accomplished if I were to beat like a Souls game. I could see myself being, you know, happy at finishing a really engaging and gripping story like the Nier series, and playing through the whole Dragon Guard series was honestly pretty rewarding. But when it comes to Metroidvanias, that's a genre that I never really seemed to click with me. And I'd like it to, because they made a whole genre. They named a whole genre after them. They named a whole genre after Metroid and Castlevania. Like, that's crazy. Like, platformers weren't Mario likes, but this certain type of gameplay is known as a Metroidvania. There's gotta be something cool to it. My understanding is that it's gotta be a similar type of pleasure as when you're running around the world in Zelda and you see something that you can't do. So you wait until you get a new item, and then you're able to come back, and you're able to actually get to that, extra platform with a hook shot or hit that eyeball with a bow and arrow, and you get a reward for it. The problem, I think, with Metroidvanias is that they're intentionally maze-like. And when it's hard to keep track of where things are and remember where everything is, and the challenge is the navigation itself, I think maybe that's where I struggle. So maybe I just need, like, more of a clear-cut direction, maybe? I don't know if that makes sense. Because Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are, like, my favorite games of all time. And those just say go anywhere and do anything. And I did. For a long time. Like 300 hours in both of those games. Probably more. Breath of the Wild. One playthrough of Tears of the Kingdom took like 200 hours. Because I wanted to do everything. I wanted to find every little thing by exploring and not doing, I didn't want to look anything up. Because I really truly enjoyed that game. And I think Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild are masterpieces. And if I'm being honest, I don't agree with the people that have an issue with the durability in the games and all that. I think it's unironically fun to have to experiment with different systems in that game. And I think that honestly might be because in games like Ocarina of Time, you can put on like 2 different tunics. You can equip like 1 different sword. In Twilight Princess, you can equip from 3 different swords and 2 different armors, but outside of specific contexts, it's usually like actually not optimal to switch. In Twilight Princess, you always want to be using the Master Sword. I think you always want to be using the Hylian Shield. I don't think there's ever really a point that you want to switch off of it, if I recall correctly. But in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, you go out of your way to go find some awesome new weapons to try out. And I really just think that that's really fun and awesome, to be honest. We have removed all of the weeds from the island, I believe. Blathers, I have a couple more fossils for you. I forgot you can assess multiple. That's fine. This is most assuredly a Quetzal torso. Superb, indeed splendid. A rare fossil we do not yet have in our collection. This Quetzal torso is just the kind of discovery we want to showcase in the museum. Will you donate it to our noble institution of learning? Yes. How wonderful. Add this to our collection. The Quetzalcoatlus, the undisputed ruler of the skies, at least during the late Cretaceous period. It had a magnificent wingspan of roughly 36 feet, making it one of the largest flying animals ever. While it no doubt soared magnificently, we now know that it also crawled on all fours. It's a bit disappointing, really. This illustrious sky god scrabbling on the ground like a common beetle. They say you should never meet your heroes. That is what I have to say about that. I have another item for you to assess for me, Blathers. We see here. Indeed. After some consideration, I can safely declare this fossil to be the brachio chest. For a fossil we do not yet have in our collection, I'm donating it. I never thought I'd lay eyes upon such a well-preserved brachio chest. I'd like a presentation, please. Brachiosaurus, and whose name means arm lizard. What? It's one of the largest herbivorous dinosaurs. Due to its long front legs and elongated neck, it seems to have specialized in eating plants up high. Alas, in order to support its large size, it likely needed to eat more or less every waking hour. What a ferocious forager it must have been indeed. That's pretty cool. It is pretty interesting to think about. Because when I think of an herbivorous dinosaur, you just kind of picture it eating leaves, but with the size of some of these dinosaurs, they gotta be eating a lot of leaves. These motherfuckers gotta be hitting the trees harder than Snoop Dogg. Deciding which awful joke to go with. So I'll go with the less controversial one. Well, it's a long day at work today. Got in a good Animal Crossing session. And here we are. Time for us to sign off and go to bed. So as always, thank you all for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Hope I was able to give you some adequate background noise. And I hope that you have a wonderful night or day. Of course, I would hit my watch on my desk right at the end.